Alright, so you want to know how does Dsers work, a dropshipping supplier for your Shopify store? You are in the right place, so let's dig into it. Alright, so the first thing I'm going to be leaving you guys is a link down below in the description, so you can get a up to free 14-day free trial of your Shopify account, and you can start creating a store with all the basics that the application has to offer to us, and you don't have to pay absolutely anything for the next 14 years. So now that you have an account, now that you have created your online store, it doesn't matter if you haven't customized that yet. We are not going to be focusing into that. Today we want to be focusing into the drop shipping actually. So drop shipping is for people who does not have products available as a local store, or for example, I'm going to select all these items, and what I want to be doing here is to delete all of those so we can start from scratch, right? So I'm going to hit into delete products, and I'm going to hit into my home section. So what we want to do, if we want to start selling products that we don't have with us, and we want to sell from one place into another one without having to buy some merged, we're going to be using Dsers. So the first thing we want to do here is to go into the application section. Here it is. I'm going to click in here, and then what I want to do is going into the recommended apps. Now I want to download this one that says Dsers. If it does not appear in here, you don't have to be worrying about that. I'm gonna scroll all my way down until I find the Shopify App Store. Now here into my Shopify App Store, what I do want to look for is for Dsers. As you can see, it's in here right away. But once again, I'm gonna hit with Dsers. That should be enough. If you haven't found that yet, just try to look for drop shipping. If Dsers is not available in your country, there are some other places where you can make drop shipping. For example, here's Gelato, here's Pocket, here's the SM, SendDrop, and the process is almost the same, so you may want to try some of those. Just want to make sure that this one says free plan available, because you don't want to pay more for that. So I'm going to hit Dsers, and what I need to do is to add the application. And once I add my application, it's going to be asking for my store to authorize the process of edit everything into my store. Speaking about the products and all that. So I'm going to go into install application, and once I have successfully done that, it's going to be redirecting me into the homepage of Dsers.com. So what I want to do is really simple. We just need to create our first account. So we have step number 2. Please select a plan to continue. We want to look for the basic plan. This is forever free. I'm going to hit into get started. And now what you want to do is to link your supplier. Now Dsers works with AliExpress. So the reason of that is that we need to link an AliExpress account in order to import products that we want to sell into our store. So here what we want to do is to register. I'm going to be using a account real quick. I have to input my location, my email, and a passcode. So now that I have my AliExpress account, we need to grant the authorization to access Dsers, so we can find products and then we can import that into Dsers, and from Dsers we want to send that into our store. So I need to agree to the authorization terms and agreement and hit into authorize. So once I do have everything successfully done, we can proceed with the, let's say, the creative part that it is to finding our first products to sell. Now here is a bot that's going to be asking like, I will explore freely and learn later. If you want to learn from this platform by yourself, you want to choose that you need help. But in our case, we do want to go and directly into the keyword search so we can find a product to sell. So I'm not going to be focusing a lot into what products to sell. I'm just going to be doing this process real quick so you can start today. So I'm just going to hit into this item, and I'm going to hit into add to import list. Now if you do want to find a specific category section, I'm going to hit into the keyword to search. Let's say I'm going to hit for ring. I do have a lot of options, for example this one, or this one, or this one as well. So what I'm going to be hitting is the add to import list. And if you don't know what to actually sell into your store, what you want to do is to choose this option that says winning products of your current country. For example, if I am from the United States, I'm going to choose this option, or go into the high profit selection. I'm going to hit this option. I'm going to delete my keyword, and here it's going to be appearing all the items that has a high profit selection. So like this, or like this. So I just need to choose one of those and hit into add to import list. And the last part is to go into our import list. As you can see, I have 3 of them. And now what I want to do is to select here my item. I'm going to hit into these 3 dots, or actually I'm going to hit into edit product. If I go into edit product, what I can do is to change my title. For example, this is too long for me, so I'm going to hit into Love Forever Blue Heart. I'm going to delete this title and this one as well, and then I'm going to hit into variant. So as you can see, here it is. I have a really great amount of stock. In the description actually looks great. You don't want to mess around with that, and the images as well. So into the shipping information, you want to leave it like that. Once again, hit into save. If you don't want to do absolutely anything with those items, just click into this square and hit into push to Shopify. So we can push that into our Shopify store. Now here into the preferences, you want to enable this option, and you don't want to enable both applications. So far, I'm going to hit into also publish to online store and hit into push to Shopify. So what's going to happen is that these 3 items are going to be listed automatically into our store. Now, as you can see, there was one that was failed. Let's click into check status and see what might be the issue. For example, it says here the product contains more than 100 SKUs. So what you want to do is to exit in here. I'm going to select my product. In our case, this product is this store example 23. That would be the first one. I'm going to hit into edit. Oh, you know what? I'm just going to delete it and go back into my store because I don't want to mess around here for a second. Now what I want to do is to go into my products. And as you can see, we do have these 2 products that was imported correctly and the status is active. So now the last thing that I need to do is to select my items, hit into more actions, and I want to add some collection, and let's hit into new arrivals 2023, hit into save, and lastly I can go into my online store so I can start customizing my stuff and see how does this products are going to be looking into my store, so I can start now working into the dropshipping section. So there you go, guys. As you can see, here it is. Now you know how to start here into Dsers. You can import more than one listed. You want to edit your information as much as you want. If you want to edit, of course, the exactly cost, for example, here into the added product, you want to choose the variant, and here into the variant you want to choose the price that you want to offer. Here's the price value, the current price values. If you want to change it from $2 into $5, for example, well, it's totally up to you guys. So hopefully this was a very useful video for you. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel if you want to see more about this Dsers application. Really great application. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you guys on the next one.